Hello there. So we are continuing with this series, Learning Fundamentals of Accounting 1. And today's concept is trial balance. So what is a trial balance? So a trial balance is just a table whereby you will be having all your accounts. Okay. You will be having all the accounts in one place. Okay. And then you will see whether debit balances, or rather whether the total debit will equal the total credit balances. Okay, so that is basically the work of a trial balance, to see whether the total debit balances will equal to the total credit balances. Okay, yeah. So in our previous video, I hope you've seen how we open ledger accounts and how we balance them. It is in the previous video. And when we discussed about the ledgers, we saw how one gets the balances, whether it is a debit or a credit. So in this video, we will record all those balances, whether debit or credit, and then we will see if the trial balance will balance. Okay, this is the criteria for the trial balance. Okay, so as I said in the last video, we will be using these figures on the ledger accounts which we created in our last video. So maybe if you haven't seen the video yet, kindly go back to the video on ledgers so that you may see what was going on. So for the purposes of comparing our answers, this the cash account, we did it in the video. We also did the capital account. And maybe someone might be asking, these values, where are we getting? We are getting these values when we were talking about journal. Okay, yeah, so we are using this question. So maybe if you haven't seen, or rather haven't done this question, you can look at our past videos where we started about journals. So we transited from journals, okay, then we went to ledgers and recorded all those transactions. So now let us compare. We have capital account, okay, we have rent in advance, that one we created during the video. Office equipment. So this is how you create office supplies based on the question that we did in our last video. Okay, so please confirm if we have the same answer, or rather the same format. If yes, let us continue. So that is the accounts payable account. It has a credit balance of 2,000. For the accounts receivable, it has a debit balance of 10,000. For the revenue account, it has a credit balance of 91,000. For drawings, it has a debit balance of 10,000. And our last account, based on the question, is a debit balance of 20,000. So if you look at all these balances, whatever we will be inputting in the trial balance will be these values which are written balance brought forward. Okay, so let us note it down. In a trial balance, we will always use balance brought forward. Okay, we will always use this one. So for example, here in accounts payable, we will always use this 2,000, which is on the credit side, not this one, this one. Okay, so without further ado, now let us record these balances and see whether our trial balance will balance. So as usual, I prepared neatly for the structure, the trial balance. So this is how you draw the trial balance. The owner or the name of the business comes on top, then followed by trial balance for now the period. Now in the question was trial balance for the month of January 2026. Okay, yeah. So if you look at it, it has 3 columns. So the first column will be either details or particulars, and here you will write all the names of the accounts. Okay, this one will only contain the name of the accounts. And then here will be the debits, of course, the currency, and then here will be credit, the currency. Okay, so let us just underline them. So the accounts that we have, we will go in a systematic way. So we started with cash account. Okay, so cash, it has a debit balance of 394,000. So cash, it has a debit of 394,000, right? We go to the other accounts. The other account is capital account, and it has a credit balance of 400,000. So capital, it has a credit balance of 400,000. Go to the other one, rent in advance. It has a debit balance of 24,000. Rent in advance, debit of 24,000. We go to the next one, office equipment. It has a debit balance of 30,000. Office equipment, 30,000. The next one, office supplies. So for office supplies, it has a debit balance of 5,000. Office supplies, debit of 5,000. Okay, I hope you are following through. Get done with that page. So here we are at accounts payable. It has a credit balance of 2,000. Accounts payable. Credit balance of 2,000. Okay. Accounts receivable, it has a debit balance of 10,000. Accounts receivable, debit balance of 10,000. Okay. That of revenue, it has a credit balance of 91,000. So revenue 91,000 on the credit side. We also have drawings, a debit balance of 10,000. So we write drawings, debit balance of 10,000. And then our last one, secretary's salary, debit balance of 20,000. Secretary's salary, debit balance of 20. Okay, so we have recorded all our accounts and we've listed if it is a debit or a credit balance. So now what we do is we submit and see if this figure will be the same as this one. So let us calculate. So I will calculate in terms of thousands. So 394 plus 24 plus 30 plus 5 plus 10 plus 10 plus 20. Gotten 493,000. What about this one? 400 plus 2 plus 91. 493 also, meaning that there is no error and the trial balance has balanced. So with what we do with accounts, we close. We always close our books. Let me just extend this one. Yeah. So this is how you draw a trial balance. Okay. Yeah, this video will be very short because we are using values which we did in our previous videos, both in journal and in ledger accounts. So if you've had trouble in knowing these values, kindly visit our previous videos on journal entries and also that of ledger, so that you will come and review this video once more. So our trial balance has balanced, and this is the format. Okay, so what happens when the trial balance doesn't balance? Okay, now that is where we will be introducing the aspect of suspense account. Okay, yeah, so we will do this in our next video. So that is it for trial balance. So please share this video and the others with your fellow peers, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Academic Booster for more videos like this. See you in the next video.